Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Future Stars on Hidayat TV. I'm your host Hassan Shah, and today we are putting aside our Prophethood series and because of our topic today, and our topic is the birthday of the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asri was Zaman. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum. Okay, so before we go on to our topic, I'd like to introduce my guests.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Misbah.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Hussein.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Mohsin.
Thank you for the introduction. Okay, so like we do on every single start of the show, someone reads a surah and another person does a translation. Today, Misbah's reading a surah again and Mohsin will be doing the translation. Okay, so can we start this off with a loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab ma aghna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab sayasla naran zat lab umratuhu malatal hatab fi jidiha hablum min masad. Sadaqallahu al-aliyyul azim.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. The path of Abu Lahab will perish, and he will perish. His wealth and gains will not exempt him. He will be plunged in the flaming fire. And his wife, the wood carrier, will have upon her neck a halter of fiber. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum.
Thank you for that surah and translation. And remember, when you recite the surah, make sure you have the translation with you to read, so you know the history behind it and if you can learn anything from it. Okay, so just to start it kind of off, can we have a first salawat in honor of the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum.
The second in honor of the Holy First Imam, Imam Ali alayhi salam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum.
The third, which is our topic today, with our loudest voices, in honor of the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asri was Zaman.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum.
Okay, thank you for last week we were talking about Prophet Musa, weren't we?
Yes.
And we were doing a little bit about prophets because it was a prophethood series, and for some reason we've gone off this topic now, and about what we're talking about today.
Imam Mahdi.
Yeah, Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. So why is this person so important that we have to put aside a series and talk about him? Why? Misbah?
Because he's an Imam and he's still living now.
Yeah, and he's still living now, and whose Imam is he? Yeah, he's the Imam of our time. So he's still alive now, so this is why it's important that we talk about it, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, and thank you for that, Misbah, for explaining a little bit. Okay, so who knows quite a lot about Imam Mahdi? You're saying you know a bit average? Well, I hope you, for what you brought today, you learn a few things for in today's show. Which has got the first thing, so could we start saying off with the loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajum. His name was Muhammad, his title was Al-Mahdi, the Guided One. His father is Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam. His mother is Bibi Narjis. His birthday is on the 15th of Shaban, 255 AH in Samarra. His imamate from 260 AH till today. Martyrdom, he's still alive. Imam Mahdi alayhi salam was born in the time of the Abbasid Khalifa Muntab Tamdud had tried to prevent his birth but had been unsuccessful. Imam Mahdi alayhi salam had many titles. These are Al-Qiyam, the established one, Al-Hujjat, the proof, Al-Muttaza, the weighted one, and Subhid un-Zaman, the master of his age. Allah had granted Imam Mahdi alayhi salam with the wisdom and excellence at birth, like the prophets Isa alayhi salam and Yahya alayhi salam. He had the ability to speak in fancy and used to recite verses of the Holy Quran from the cradle. On the day just following his birth, a servant sneezed near his cradle. Imam Mahdi alayhi salam said in the usual Muslim tradition, "May Allah have mercy on you," and then added, "Whoever sneezes, his life is assured for at least the next 3 days." During his childhood, his father never used to let him stay in one place in the house. He used to move him to different locations every so often, so that Muntadad would not come to know of his existence. Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam only let through trusted companions into the secret of his son and advised them that he would be his successor. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali
Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Thank you, Sayyid. Okay, so far now we know his father, who is
Imam Hassan al-Askari.
and what Imam is he?
The 11th.
Imam.
Yeah, he's the 11th Imam. And thinking about it, that's because we know because he has a shrine now. He's passed away. He got martyred, and that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. And as Hussein just said, that he's still living today. So he's the son of the 11th Imam who passed away a long time ago, and he's still alive today, isn't it? So that's a couple of thousand of years, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you isn't it?
Just.
Yeah, isn't it? So so it's kind of strange that he's still alive today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's kept him alive today?
A gay but hiding.
Yeah. And he's been in hiding, hasn't he? Has he come out of hiding for once?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, he because the two people which we will be talking about today, and in the middle of these two periods, he came out at the end of the first one. He came out, and then he went back into hiding. Mohsin has got the next thing, so could we start Mohsin off with the loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
At the time of the death of Imam Hassan al-Askari alayhi salam, his brother Jafar was preparing to lead the funeral prayers, and when the Imam suddenly appeared, he was only 5 years old and most people had never seen him. Imam Mahdi alayhi salam told his uncle to move aside because an Imam could lead the funeral prayers for another Imam. He led the prayers and then disappeared.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
So this is about the start of his period when he actually went into hiding, didn't it?
Yes.
So he was 5 when he went into his first hiding.
Yes.
So thinking about it, he would be quite old now, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
About his first hiding when he was at 5 years old, and he was born on 15 Shaban. If you look in the Islamic calendar now, we're about in the 1400 years in the Islamic calendar. Yeah, and his is quite far from that, don't you think? So he would be over 1,000 now, wouldn't he?
Yes.
And so he went in hiding when he was 5 years old, and before that his father died, and he had to lead the prayers, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
For when his father died, didn't he? He had to he had lead the prayer. So he had a lot of knowledge. At 5 years old, he led a prayer for his father's death, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
So when he led these prayers, Mutamid, the Khalifa at the time, he's thinking, oh, he's led the prayers. He probably is the Imam of the time, and that's why he's gone into hiding, didn't he? Because he might kill him, innit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't it? So Misbah's got the next thing, so could we start Misbah off with a loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Muhammad received the news that a young boy whose face shone like the full moon had led the funeral prayers. He immediately knew that he had been failed in his plan, and despite all his efforts, the next child had been born. This fact frightened him because he knew of the hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ that the 12th Imam ﷺ would be the one who would fill the earth with peace and justice in the same way as it would have been filled with cruelty and injustice. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Thank you, Misbah. Okay, so now he what we just talked about before, Mutamad received the news, did he? Yeah, and now he's gone into hiding. What's happened?
He's in fully hiding now.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's got he's got like some like deputies, some people who's gonna like sort of continue spreading the Islam.
He's going to spread Islam to all of the world and keep it.
Yeah,
justice.
Miss, what did you just say that Prophet Muhammad said?
Prophet Muhammad said that the 12th Imam would fill the earth with justice and
He says that if one dies without knowing the Imam of his time, his death is that of an unbeliever.
Yeah, that as well, and what Misbah just said as well. He said that as well. So he says the next one. So could we start saying off with the loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum. Mutamad knew that his own rule was far from just, so he increased his efforts in locating and killing Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. Before any harm could come to him, Mutamad was unsuccessful in killing the Imam because Allah protected his Hujjat, who had to serve mankind till the last days. The Holy Prophet ﷺ has said that if one dies without knowing the Imam of his time, his death is that of an unbeliever. We must therefore realize our duties of our Imam who is still alive and in Gaybat concealment. There have been two periods of Gaybat. The first is known as Gaybat Sughra, minor concealment, which took place from 260 AH to 328 AH. Imam Mahdi alayhi salam could not be seen by his followers during this time, but they could communicate with him through the special deputies. In the period of Gaybat Sughra, Imam nominated 4 deputies. They were number 1, Usman bin Sud. He was also the companion and authority of the 10th and 11th Imams. He was the deputy of Imam for only 1.5 years. The Imam told him that he would soon die and to appoint his son Muhammad in his place, and informed the people of this decision. His grave in Baghdad is still visited today. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjahum. Thank you, Hussein. Okay, so now he's gone. When he's gone into hiding, he's actually appointed people, because people can't get to him, can he, while he's in hiding? But he's now appointed someone to help him get into hiding, and that person, because he's worked for the 10th and 11th Imam as well, he would be quite old, wouldn't he? Yeah, and so he died 1.5 years later after Imam appointed him. So before he died, the Imam said that when he passed away, his son should be the next person to help Imam Mahdi spread the religion and keep in contact with the people. So that's what happened so far. Hussein's I think most things are the next thing, so could we start most enough with the loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Muhammad bin Uthman, he was extremely pious and served Imam Mahdi for 50 years. At that time of his death, 300 AH, he was instructed to appoint Hussein bin He was also buried in Baghdad. Hussein bin was a very cheerful character who got on well with Sunnis. Also, he was a scholar of a very high standard. He died in 326 AH. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Okay, so now we're going over the appointers. Mohsin told a few other appointers as well, two appointers, and Miss is going on to the next few appointers. So can we start, Miss Waf, with the loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Ali bin Muhammad Samri, he was the last deputy of the Imam, and his office lasted 3 years. Just before his death, he received a message from Imam Mahdi that he will soon depart from the world, and to announce that the period of Ghaibat Sugra will now end. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum.
Okay, thank you, Miss. Okay, so now his last appointer was told by Imam Mahdi that his Ghaibat Sugra, the first period that he had, was now finished, and now he was coming back. So Hussein for the next thing, so could we start Hussein with the loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farjahum. Imam Mahdi also told him of the two main signs of his reappearance. The first one would be the rising of the army of Sufyan from Syria, and secondly, a loud voice would be heard from the skies announcing his presence. The announcement would be understood by every person on earth, whatever language they spoke. After 68 years, the period of Ghaibat Sugra ended, and the period of Ghaibat Kubra, major concealments, began. This is the period we are all living in today. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala
Muhammad wa ala
Muhammad wa ajil farjahum. Okay, thank you, Hussein. Okay, so now he's come back, hasn't he? But and then he was announced into the whole world, but then he had to go back again, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
Why?
Because now that he's going to be in major hiding now, because they're going to try to hunt him down more.
Yeah, and the next thing that we're going to go on is responsibilities doing Ghibat as well, talking about the stuff that we need to do while he's in the Ghibat that we're in now. So what do you think our responsibilities might be?
How we could we could be the good people that would be part of his army.
Yeah, and we need to help other people, be kind, and do all this, and we'll be talking about that in a minute. So So what period of Ghibat are we in now?
Major concealment.
With the Kubra.
Yeah, and that's what the actual name is. So this is a big concealment, isn't it? And this is where he's done a long time in. He's hidden for a long time, and he's still in Ghibat now, isn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
So it's been a long time now. From that point of time, he had his first 5 years old, and then he's ended it, and now he's gone again. And this has been for a long time, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Hussein's starting off the next thing. So could we start Hussein off with a loud salawat?
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjum. There are two main responsibilities: knowledge of Imam Muhammad al-Mahdi and awaiting his dua appearance. Knowledge means to study his life, understanding his imamah, his aims and his teachings. Just knowing historical facts does not absolve us of our duty to know him. We need to study the following salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farjum. Thank you, Shane. We'll talk about more of these responsibilities after the break, because we've run out of time for this after show. We'll talk about this more after the break, but until then, good office.